guys, welcome to another Cupcake Addiction Japanese Candy Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Poppin cooking again. We've done one of these before. We did our candy sushi and I had never made one before, so it was a little bit of a fail and I know I definitely did some stuff wrong. This time we're going to do the Happy Kitchen version of the little donuts. So I let you guys decide which out of our other flavors or other boxes you guys wanted to see me make next, and the donuts were one of the most popular options. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to jump online, I'm going to check out some YouTube tutorials, and I'm going to work out how to actually do these. So I found a bunch of tutorials on how to open these really cool little candy packs. One of my favorites was EmmyMadeInJapan. So I followed her tutorial and now I'm going to open this one for you guys, and I'm going to show you what the Happy Kitchen Donut Japanese Candy Kit consists of and how to make it. So let's get started. Let's hope we can do this a lot quicker than we did the last one. I've had a lot of people asking me where to get these from. I know here in Australia, I can look them up on eBay and I can get them sent from pretty much anywhere or to pretty much anywhere from eBay. So definitely check out eBay. But I bought mine at a really big Japanese supermarket in LA. So I'm not sure of the name of it. I will find out and I will leave a link in the description box below. I'm sure I have a receipt somewhere. But they're about $5 US. So I guess depending on where you get it from is going to depend on how expensive it is. So I'm just cutting along these little scissor lines. And I'm pretty sure that I open this. And then you've got a little template-y type thing here. So cut down all those little scissor lines and just pop that off to the side. And as always, I've got my instructions facing me just in case I need to refer back to them. EmmyMadeInJapan was pretty good, so like I've watched it, I know what she's done, I kind of know what to expect now. So we pull out all of our little sachets and see how many we've got. Actually, this is like the funnest part for me, is just pulling out all the little sachets and seeing what they've given us to work with. All right, so I've got scissors and I've got some water and just some little containers. And they've provided this little container here with our little donut-y shaped molds, I guess, in there, and our little water containers. And this one here, I know from watching Emmy's video, I'm supposed to cut off and use as a little water container, so we'll pop that off to the side. Now, I did watch her video, but I've just slightly forgotten what order all of our little packets go in. So looking at my instructions, the first one's going to be this brownie coloured one, I think. And we pour that one into the big container. Oh no, we pour that one into the big container. Try to get it all in there and not spill it all over the mat, like I just did. So now I put in water to here. We'll take some of that water. I'm not going to use this little container because I noticed that the other guys didn't. So I'm just going to pour in some water and we'll stir it around. I've seen the consistency of this, and this is going to be like your vanilla donut dough, so I kind of know what consistency I'm going for to get it there. All right, I reckon that looks pretty good. Maybe just a touch more. So the result on my candy sushi that you guys saw me make, I think like 3 weeks ago, the result on the candy sushi was that I should have taken, well, from you guys telling me, I should have taken, there was a weird coloured red liquid and a blue liquid that didn't set. And apparently I was supposed to take my little dropper and drop little droplets of the red liquid into the blue liquid, and some chemical reaction would cause it to actually form perfect little balls, which would have made our caviar. So apart from that, I think I did all right with it. So now you pull out your little mix and we're just going to fashion it into like a bit of a roll. So you're kind of like compacting it together and just forming it into almost like a dough, and it smells kind of like a vanilla cookie batter or just an uncooked vanilla cake batter at the moment. So I kind of think that might be what it's going to taste like. All right, now you want to cut this into 4 even parts, and then we can set those off to the side. And now we're going to do the red packet, which is going to be our chocolate donut dough. All right, so we've added our water to our chocolate. And now I'm just stirring it through. So once again, we're just going to roll that out into a little log. And we're kind of compacting it as we go so that it's all going to stick together. Cut it into 4 even pieces. All right, so we've cleaned our container up. Now it's kind of the fun part where you get to mold all of your little donuts. So you're gonna take your different doughs, your vanilla and your chocolate, and we're gonna insert them into these little molds. I did notice that some people had trouble when they didn't have that entire center of the mold showing right through. So make sure that when you push it in, you really wanna compact it down and you want it to be inside the mold. If there's anything hanging over, just take your little shovel and kind of scrape it off a little bit and neaten it up. All right, so that's what it looks like. Now, you've got little kind of softy bits on the back here, so you can just kind of push it, couple of taps. Oh, Emmy's came out so easily. Ah, there it goes. All right, and there's your first little donut, and that's ready to be decorated. So we're just gonna continue on and make the rest of our donuts. And for me, I reckon the cutest one is just the regular old school round donut. That's my favorite. So I'm gonna make a few more of those than these other kind of odd shaped ones. And in my opinion, cutting those little rolls into 4, I think like 4 pieces, it's actually a little bit too much for each of the molds. So I reckon you should cut it into maybe 5 or even 6 pieces instead of just 4. To be perfectly honest, it's actually a lot harder to get these all molded in those little shapes than what it looks like on the packet and what it looks like on some of the other YouTube tutorials. It's quite challenging trying to get it all in there and not like over the sides too much and kind of neat. Half the fun is really making it and enjoying it. So now we're going to press those ones out. Ah, all right. So there's our first 4 little donuts. And you can see like that one there, it's just so donutty. So I'm going to do some chocolate ones now. And I noticed that they actually did some half and half ones. So on the front of the packet, you got the choice of maybe half and half, and you can do like, I guess some frosting on half. So we might do a couple of the half and half ones. I'm going to roll that into just a bit of a sausage because I think it's going to make it go into the mold a bit easier. When you do the half and half ones, I noticed, I think one of Emmy's like broke in half as she was pulling it out of the mold. So I'm going to really try to like squish the 2 halves together so that they kind of stick a bit better and they join up nicely. My goal for this kit is to get as many donuts as I possibly can out of it. I think I saw, I don't know how many Emmy got out of hers in total, but I think I saw RRCherryPie got like 9 out of his. So I want to beat him and I want to get 10. So we'll see how we go. You know what I think would actually be really cool? To have like a Poppin Cookin race. Like put on a timer, put on a clock or a stopwatch or something and just race to the finish line. You know, two different channels that have both done them before. Maybe you watch somebody else's YouTube tutorial, kind of the same amount of experience, or it doesn't really matter. Professionals against novices, and just like see who the Poppin Cookin candy making master is. It'd be really cool. Actually, maybe I should ask Emmy. What do you guys reckon? Should I challenge Emmy Made in Japan to a Poppin Cookin challenge? I want to know if you guys want to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 12. We're moving on to lucky number 13, so this will be a baker's dozen. All right, now I've got just a little bit left, but I don't think it's enough to make a whole nother donut. So I'm going to use this back of the mold. I'm going to go outside the instructions, outside the square a little bit, roll it into a ball, and then shove it into that back section of the mold. Take some of that white, half of that white, roll that into a ball, and then stick it on top. It's supposed to be a little cupcake. And you know what? When you're finished with your Poppin cooking molds, don't throw them out because these would be absolutely perfect for fashioning little fondant decorations or little modelling chocolate decorations. All right, so I think it's time to mix up our frostings. Open up all 3 powders and tip them in and add a container of water to each. You know what? When I'm finished making this video, I'm going to put in the description box below, actually not even up at the end of the video, I'll just pop it on the end of the video, exactly how long it took me to make this. So once I edit it all up, it's not going to be that long on YouTube, but we'll see how long from start to finish, from opening the box, how much actual camera footage I have. I reckon it's going to be like half an hour to 40 minutes. It's going to be quite a while. So in goes our water, stir it all around. I can already see that's not enough water, so I'm going to pop in a little bit more. That's better. All right, so 1.5 waters looks good for the chocolate. And this little piping bag is for the chocolate. So we'll shovel it in there. Everybody else doesn't seem to use all of their frosting. I don't think RRCherryPie used all of his frosting, but then again, he didn't have 13 donuts and 2 little cupcakes to frost, so we might use all of ours. So if you make these at home, I want to see a picture if you manage to get more than 13 little donuts. Check it on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. All right, so just like what we would do, I guess, with our Ziploc bags, kind of push all that down to the corner. All right, so we're just gonna stir our little bits of water through. Now, the other thing that I noticed about Emmy's video is that her frosting looked just a touch thick, and when I mixed that up, like when she was actually decorating with it, it did look a touch thick. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water, just thin it out a little bit, and I think that will make it easier to put onto my little donuts. Strawberry seems quite a bit thicker, so once again, a little bit more water. All right, now it's ready to decorate. And this is always the best part. So we're gonna do whatever we like for decorations, but I think that I'm gonna start off with the little Ziploc bag, and this is here so that you can put kind of like little squiggles across your little donuts. So you just want to take your scissors and cut off just a very fine little corner, not too much. You can always cut more off, but you can't put it back once it's cut. So take your little bag, squeeze it out, and we're just gonna make some nice little squiggles, because these are your donuts and you can decorate them any way you like. What do you guys love to eat when you go to the donut shop? My absolute favourite is just a strawberry glazed with sprinkles. Plain vanilla, strawberry glazed with sprinkles. What is your favourite flavour of donut? And are you guys Krispy Kreme fans? I know here we've got Donut King. I love Donut King. So as I upload this video too, I think my cupcake addiction has just hit 200,000 subscribers. And I was thinking for my 200,000, maybe I would do a Draw My Life. What do you guys think? I know a lot of you have been wondering what I look like and a little bit more about me, because all you ever see is my hands. Would you guys like to see that? Would you be interested in a Draw My Life? Let me know in the comments below if you want to see one. I was actually thinking I might do a Frost My Life. All right, so I just washed my hands, and I also thought I'd grab like a little presentation tray or a little serving tray, because I'm starting to run out of room. So I'm just going to use my scissors to just gently pick up my donuts on either side. And they look so much cuter on a little presentation board. Everything always does. So if you guys have loved this tutorial, well, not really even a tutorial, just a demonstration, then let me know if you would like to see me do that little challenge with maybe EmmyMadeInJapan or one of the other channels. In short, here's your gorgeous little Happy Kitchen donuts. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make them. Now, as I eat one, I'm actually really disappointed in the flavour. I just tried one of my little donuts and it really wasn't very good. It was a mixture of the chocolate and the vanilla. I can't even pick the taste, but it's kind of got like a jelly-ish sort of a consistency. Not like a jelly baby or a gummy bear, like a bad jelly kind of consistency. It's not very good. Maybe Poppin Cookin has that over Happy Kitchen, because certainly their sushi candy was delicious. I'm not such a huge fan of the tiny donuts. I think they look gorgeous and they're lots of fun to make, but flavour-wise, I'm not sure who I'm going to get to eat those. So that has been our Happy Kitchen donut making experience. All in all, that took me over an hour to make. So certainly nowhere near as quick as I thought it would be, but a great way to entertain the kids for an hour or two and a lot of fun. You know, mini candy, what's not to love? I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this Happy Kitchen Japanese candy demonstration. And as always, thanks very much for tuning in to My Cupcake Addiction.